What's up, YouTube? So today's video is a little bit different than normal. We're gonna go ahead and just take a walk around my neighborhood and talk a little bit about social media and some of the issues. And this is how we're gonna do my cardio today. Normally I go to the gym and I do cardio on the treadmill on an incline to burn some calories, but you know, walking is arguably the most underrated, form of cardio. So there's really no excuse if you don't have time to go to the gym. An easy way to get your steps in and burn some calories is by just going for a simple walk. And I talked about it on my Instagram on Monday. I do my Monday mornings Fitness Made Simple, and we talked about how walking is underrated. It's the most underrated form of exercise. Just by getting your steps in, you're getting the body moving. If you're just sitting there doing nothing on your rest days, if you feel like antsy and you feel anxious, it's very healthy to go outside and just go for a simple walk. You're also getting, a lot of vitamin D, especially out here in Arizona, just from the daily sunlight. So it's very good for you. Right now, no sponsor today. I got my college basketball jersey on, actually. This is what I used to wear every day for practice when I played basketball through college. A lot of you guys, a lot of my close followers, you guys already know that was my number one passion. That was my first love. In July, I'm gonna go ahead and visit my family in Michigan, where I grew up. And I'll probably go to the park that I used to shoot hoops at. And we could do a good Q&A, shoot some hoops, answer some questions, do something like that. Let me know if that sounds like a good idea in the comments, guys. And as always, to make sure you see a video like that, please hit that subscribe button. It helps me out so much. We're over 1,100 subscribers now, and I want to keep growing this channel so we can reach our dreams. Social media can be a very positive thing in your life if utilized properly, but it's really, really easy to make it become suddenly very toxic. One thing that I've noticed is everyone that posts something, it seems as if we are all putting on our very best face. You're basically seeing everyone's highlight reel. And, it's good to create positive messages and show people in a good light of yourself. But for me, I have a tough time with that sometimes because it's not actually reality, Sometimes I put myself in a vulnerable light to spread what I think is a valuable piece of information, even if it doesn't make me look perfect all the time. And, some people just can't handle that. And, you get misunderstood occasionally because people are just not used to that. So, it's very easy to get judged. So just understand though, guys, that a lot of your favorite fitness influencers or just, people in general on social media, your friends, or people that you haven't met, or maybe it's a girl you're trying to get to know that through dating, they're going to oftentimes put themselves in the very best possible light. So just know that it's not all real, it's somewhat fake, and just be mindful. So yeah, if you ever want to be an influencer and you want to be more real, if you're not showing yourself in the perfect light, you're going to be opening yourself up to a lot of criticism. I wouldn't even recommend most people become an influencer if you can't handle criticism from people that don't know you and don't know your struggle. I've seen some TikTok accounts where they made a really good transformation that went viral, where they were really fat, they lost a bunch of weight, and now they look a lot better. They look great, really. They look better than 95 out of 100 people that you see on the street on the daily. And they start to create content, and you see in the comment section how toxic it is. You have people telling them, your waist is blocky, you look like shit. And then you also have other people rating their physiques.
All right, who has the better physique, Noah Fleming or Alex Eubank? I don't even know why this is a question. Let's get right into it. This is Noah. If you look at his physique, super blocky waist, man. Like, just something about his physique is like off. I don't know what it is. It's like curved in the torso, but he's just got a really blocky waist. Just like something about his physique. I don't know what it is. His comments say it too. It's just like off for some reason. He's a spiritual guy too. I mean, good for him. I think he's a vegan as well. Not my forte, but hey, good for him. He's doing himself.
And it's almost like they're getting body shamed, even though they look great, because the expectation is just so high, because everyone is always putting themselves in the best possible light. And it desensitizes kids. It's just a little bit toxic, and the expectations are very unrealistic. Like, people that post on social media, they're literally they might be taking 15 photos at one given moment, and they're gonna pick the best one where they look the most aesthetic. And on top of that, they're going to oftentimes edit the picture and filter it to where it's not even them. So that right there in itself, you're picking the best picture, the best lighting, the best angle of yourself, you're editing it, you're filtering it, and now it doesn't even look like you in person. And that's why when people recognize me from social media, they think I look bigger in person. It's because what I post is what I actually look like. And my personality is the exact same. The only difference is this society is so easily offended that if anything on camera, I might be a little bit more politically correct, but I am the same exact person. An extreme example of being politically correct is anytime I say the word obesity on TikTok, I make sure that I say something like, it is a medical term, not an insult, because people get so offended if you use that word that I'll get canceled. I literally will get canceled if I say that someone is obese. I have to make sure I have a disclaimer that is a medical term and not an insult, or else I'll get canceled. There's really no such thing as freedom of speech, so you have to be very, very careful, especially on TikTok. If you have a pretty good physique by society standards, or a 9 out of 10 physique by society standards, you will get body shamed, because a 9 out of 10 physique in the real world is like a 5 out of 10 physique on TikTok. And that's why kids are so desensitized these days. And that's why you see so many negative comments towards a body transformation when someone has a slightly blocky waist. And the last thing I want to talk about today is follow your favorite fitness influencers, your favorite creators for different reasons. There's a big difference between being an entertainer in the fitness industry and being an actual educational force. And there's also people that are just very motivating who have amazing genetics and work hard, but they might not be giving the best fitness advice. So you can follow them for motivation and inspiration. And I'm not even gonna call out any names because we all have our strengths and weaknesses. Like take me, for example. I do workout skits occasionally because it's fun. It shows that I have a sense of humor, but it's not something that I'm going to be doing on a regular basis. That's not what I specialize in. So you should not follow me for skits, that's for sure. But some of them are funny, some of them are not. And that's not what you're gonna see from me regularly, but I do like to throw them in there occasionally so you guys can see a different layer of me, because, you know, I'm just like you guys. I have a sense of humor. I like to be relatable. I enjoy it. I think that some of my skits aren't so bad. So yeah, we all have our own things, and respect and admire everyone for their strengths. And I think if you do that, you start separating, you know, why you follow certain people, even though they're all your favorite creators. You'll benefit a lot more through social media, and then you'll learn a lot more as well. So everyone will benefit. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and turn around, head back to the house, and do our ab workout. Now, I'm still fasted. It's pushing 10 o'clock in the morning. All I'm gonna do is just perform the ab routine, and I'll do a quick voiceover explaining everything for you guys as we conclude this video. So I'll meet you at the house.
So the first exercise is medicine ball crunches. So you basically want to keep your hands and feet off the ground at all times, but do a full extension both ways, as far as you can apart when you're extending out, and then just bring everything in at the same time. The full summary of the workout will be at the end. Next is side oblique crunches, and you'll notice here I don't have a medicine ball in my hand. And that's because if you do too many weighted oblique movements with weight in your hand, like a medicine ball, for example, you run risk of getting a blocky waist. Whenever I do any oblique movements, I make sure that it's body weight movements only. The amount of reps per exercise will vary based off of your level of endurance. So for example, a beginner, I'd recommend maybe about 15 reps per set. And for someone who has more endurance, somewhere around 25 to 30. And you can see here, it was really hot out, so I ended up taking my shirt off to finish the exercises. As many of you guys know, I'm in my off season right now, so I'm not quite as lean as I usually am, but I still try to stay in shape, and I still train my abs the same as I would on a cut. Obviously, the difference between a cut and a bulk has a lot to do with your food intake and cardio duration. And this last exercise is with the Nucleus Core Pro. This is actually a piece of equipment I use for my home workouts. This comes in handy for me when I'm on the go or I'm not at the gym. I don't bring this to the gym, but I do use it for my home workouts. I've been using this on and off for the last year. You can also refer back to this Instagram post I made last year where I utilized the Nucleus Core Pro during quarantine when I was stuck doing home workouts. I'll use this more often in the near future and go into more detail of other exercises, but if you want to take advantage of it, use code RIPTOR10.
All right, guys, ab workout complete. It doesn't matter whether I'm cutting, whether I'm bulking, I still train my abs the same. I do it for 3 days a week for 15 minutes. And, you know, it's very important to stimulate them. They are a muscle too. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out so much. Our goal is to get to 1,500 subs by the middle of July, which is coming up really quick here. And then if we get to 1,500 subs, we will do a cross-country road trip. And I want to make sure that's a worthwhile road trip. You know, I'm spending my time, my money, and my energy into making a good piece of content for you guys and to grow this channel. So I really appreciate the support. And until next time, peace!